What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Before we get into this video, make sure to smash that like button. Really helps me out with the algorithm, costs you nothing, and means the world to me. Now, with all that said, as you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to talk about why foreign men get the leftover women abroad. Now, this is specifically in regards to Western men. In specific, it's going to be mainly American men, because I don't have any other experience because I am an American man, and I will be sharing with you some of my observations of other cultures as well. So people from Canada, Australia, Germany, and other Western countries in general. Now, the reason I say that most men are going to get the leftover women abroad whenever they travel is because, in general, Western cultures are much more tolerant, and we are much more lenient of things that other cultures, specifically Eastern cultures, are way less tolerant of. And the reason I say this is because I have mentioned the Russian guys that I used to go out and pick up chicks with, I guess is the best way to put it. The ones who taught me about the tea house method and some other things as well. And they were sharing with me about dating in their culture, because we were in Poland, Belarus, Ukraine, and some other places, and they were sharing with me some things that were culturally different, is the best way that I can put it. I don't want to share the exact things that they were doing. In general, they were saying that Western men are just way more tolerant of the things that their women do. And so, for example, these Russian guys, they don't put single moms on a pedestal. In fact, it's a pretty big detractor for them. Now, in Western cultures, specifically the United States, we're told not to judge women for being single mothers, even though they definitely get judged. And we are told not to hold that against them, even though some of us do it. But on a cultural level, we do not hold it against these women for being single mothers. And so when we go to different countries as Western men, oftentimes I see guys, and a lot of black men, they get with single moms and they think they just won the jackpot. Now, these women are probably higher quality than the single moms in the United States, but they are going to be the leftover women in the culture or country that they are from for the most part, because these women are not seen as high value by the local men, because they are, once again, not tolerant of the same things that we are tolerant of. And so whenever I go to these different countries, I always see men who are getting the bottom of the barrel. And to be honest, I always see guys not getting the most attractive women on top of that. And some of this comes down to the things I talk about on my channel. They aren't learning the language, they aren't focused, they aren't going to the gym, they aren't getting their money right, and they aren't exploring the culture, and they're doing kind of the whole weekend warrior type thing. And that's not going to be the greatest way to get to the highest quality of women. And they're also not building a social circle, because obviously they are doing this whole weekend warrior thing that I was just talking about. And so for all those reasons, I truly believe that most men, when they go overseas, are getting the leftover women. Now, if you don't want to get the leftover women, you need to do the things I talk about. You need to work on your appearance. You need to get your money right. You need to build a social circle. You need to become high value. You need to learn the language. You need to learn the intricacies of that culture. You can't just be a weekend warrior, go there for a month, and think you're some sort of expert on that culture. And frankly, in the first month, you won't have access to the kind of girls you would have access to in month 6 or in month 12. And so it's going to continually get better and higher quality as you develop more social connections and you learn the culture and the language more in a foreign country. And many men are not doing that. So most of the time, they get the bottom of the barrel women in these countries. Now, obviously, that is not across the board. It's a very broad generalization, but many men do not do as well as they could if they worked on the things that I talk about, and if they just had a little bit of standards and weren't so tolerant of the things that people aren't necessarily as tolerant of in foreign countries. Now that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. Make sure to smash that like button, drop a comment if you want to add anything to this conversation, and I will see you guys next time. And as always, peace, much love.